Like, I wasn't made for everybody to like me. Once you change your perspective, that's when miracles happen. It was a blessing for me because I gained a greater understanding of myself.
Yeah.
I don't have to engage with the world. I create my own world around me.
Without being tested, you never know your true strength or your true inner strength, whether it be psychologically, whether it be mentally, physically, or emotionally. You gotta test yourself and always push yourself so you know how truly strong you really are.
People want to tear you down and kick you when you're down.
I ain't bending, I ain't breaking, I ain't folding. We do not surrender. We do not retreat. We live by this, we die by this.
Stand on what you believe in, and when you stand for what you believe in, you accept whatever come behind it. I'm not allowing nothing to distract me right now from me. I gotta focus on me. It ain't that I'm giving so much of myself, I'm really venting, because I don't have no therapist. So the microphone is my therapist. And I noticed that through people watching me heal, they're learning how to heal themselves in their own ways. So it's relatable because there's so many men and women that suffer from the same that I'm suffering from. Hurt people, man. I'm destroyed, I'm destroyed on the inside right now. And I don't know why people like to walk around and say everything's just great. That's a lie. I woke up a straight grouch this morning, but guess what? I did things to make myself feel good. I did things to make myself feel good. I put positive energy into myself so that when I come here, I wouldn't project negativity into the universe. Because anything that one person do, we all feel it. It affects everybody. See, when you get by yourself, sometimes the thoughts be so loud, you can't even stand your own self. You can trick your mind, but you can't trick your heart. So I operate out of the heart chakra, out of love. So anybody I meet, I'm gonna greet them with love and humility, no ego. I'm not here to compete with nobody. I'm just here to get what I could get. And when I say get what I could get, it be the situations you walk into that seem like nothing gonna come out of it, but it be the most refreshing and most rejuvenating. You ever had a conversation with somebody and you felt drained afterwards?
Absolutely.
You ever had a conversation with somebody and you felt energized after?
Yeah.
Because it was positive energy, so you never know what gems you're gonna get. It's a journey.
Yeah.
It's like a treasure hunt with me. I'm just picking up little pieces along the way. See, I'm in tune with myself now. And I'm getting more and more in tune with myself. This is a relationship. We getting to know each other, me, myself, and I. So I'm in a beautiful relationship with myself. I learn different things about myself every day. I go off of what's good for the soul. There's two types of people on earth. I don't get off into what race you are, because it don't matter. It's real people and fake people. How you know real people from fake people? Real people do real things. Fake people do fake. I can't judge nobody because I don't know where my blessing gonna come from. It be the people you least expect that give you your biggest blessings. So I don't judge nobody.
People are people. People feel real emotions, have real thoughts. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to loosen up. It's okay to get just how I live it. You don't take a chance. You ain't had a chance. You're making a plan to lose.
Right.
Took an advance to pay them back. I made an advance to move. I know how to stand and greet a man whenever he walk in the room. Because it make me feel good to give another man that respect. The world isn't as it is. It's as we see it. It's as we see it. We are reflections of one another.
And if you stop evolving, then you die. Yeah, you gotta keep growing. You gotta keep growing. If you stay stagnant, you stop growing, and anything not growing is dead. When you leave, the only thing left that you leave behind is your name. So I'd rather a good name over multiple riches and things of that nature. Best things in life are really free. It's once we change our perspective, that's when miracles really start to happen in our lives.
We live by this, we die by this, we don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. I'm talking about really soul searching with yourself, getting with yourself, sitting alone with yourself and working through them psychological traumas, emotional traumas. I'm a general, so I'm always on the front line as a general, but I gotta be able to look at each one of my soldiers and see what they need, whether it be psychologically, whether it be helping them with emotional intelligence to navigate their emotions, whether it be to show them how to nurture themselves, whether it be to show them how to exhibit their confidence and find that confidence in themselves. I gotta be able to look at whatever need that it is. And it's beautiful that God allowed me to go through all of these things because I'm a greater blessing. I embrace the things that happened to me in my past with a sense of positivity. I replace that negative emotion attached to it with a positive emotion, and I'm grateful for everything that happened. You love yourself? Because I love myself. So if you don't love yourself, how you gonna be able to love me properly? So many men that done been through that kind of all day, every day. And I made a space and a safe place for men to be able to start healing them. Masculinity don't have to be toxic. It can be sacred. You can love yourself so much. And now when I look at people in their eyes, I see myself or different versions of myself. And me being a nurturer, if I can aid and assist you along your journey, then cool. If I can't, then cool. Just sometimes me being able to just give you a look up, I understand what you're going through. Just speaking to somebody could change their day. That's a cry for help when you see somebody going to the gym 3-4 times a day. Right. Something not right with him, because something wasn't right with me. And as men, we'll go to the my mind don't even think prison, because I've mastered that. Any facility I go to, I'm gonna be in a leadership position, because I know how to do that. That's not nothing. That's child's play to me. The hardest thing is can you come out here from nothing and be greater than what you was before? And the beautiful thing about Kevin Gates is the world got to see me go from being one of the most low vibrational, on drugs people on earth, watching me come home out of prison fat, aggressive, miserable, watching me just turn my life around, my transformation. It's beautiful. Sometimes when I look at old pictures of myself, I be like, damn, I used to be that person. I'm on my mission. I know my mission now. And I fell in love with that mission. I see what my mission is. I'm doing it right now. I ain't want to come do this, but it's the things that you don't want to do that be the best things for you. The days I don't want to go to the gym, that's the days I have my best workout. And I train myself to be like that now, because we are creatures of habit. I'm tired, I'm gonna lay down. No, you're not tired. Do something to give yourself energy, because it's the food that we eat that make us tired. I'm out here every day. It's a blessing. Like you are only a victim of the energy that you project. When I move with love. I'm peaceful and humble at all costs. But no surrender, no retreat. We war with those who war with us.
I always been a sacrificial lamb, and I ain't even playing victim. I know I'm hard to deal with. I know I don't communicate for fear of people judging me, or for fear of you taking my vulnerability and using it against me. I don't get close to people for fear you taking my loyalty and using it against me, because I could be honest with you, every time I went to jail, it was for somebody else. Every time I went to prison was the best time. It was the best thing, because I always got greater through my isolation.
Like learning?
Through isolation, you elevate. When you isolate, you elevate. Because you at one with yourself, you in tune with yourself. You're not being overly stimulated with social media. You're not, none of that. You just really just with yourself. And that oneness, you become godlike in a sense. I live life at an accelerated pace, and I did have positive male reinforcement in my life, even though a lot of the males in my life made a lot of the wrong decisions, but the intentions was pure. Because that's all they knew. They ain't had no choice but that. And like I say, big brother, don't get it twisted. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every day. I break down, I get angry, I do all of that. Everybody do that, but I have ways of dealing with it.
Let's just say this. Kevin Gates says things that people are afraid to say.
Doing better than what I used to be doing, because this is a continuous journey. Like, it ain't never gonna stop. Like, it don't. I might have a bad day tomorrow. I might say, oh, I can go crazy.
Right.
But we still gonna keep going. Like I tell people, healing is a journey. You don't just heal in one session.
Yeah.
You gotta always put in the work. Like, I ain't supposed to be sitting here keeping self-inventory while I'm talking to you.
Right.
But I do that because I got to. Because I'm human. And I don't judge people because I know I ain't got no room to judge nobody.
We just think less of ourselves, but I ain't made a vow to myself. I never do no more negative self-talk. I never doubt myself, beat myself up for past mistakes. And what's been helping me when I do my self-inventory checks, like any mistake, like you ever made a mistake and you think back and you kind of cringe, like, man, I should have did. I go back and forgive myself.
Yeah. Because I like to exhibit emotional intelligence with anything that I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Yeah, I like emotional intelligence because I was just reading that every time we have an emotion, it's related to a chemical release in our body that causes that emotion that we're experiencing at the time. So instead of asking me, why am I feeling like this, how I'm feeling, why am I experiencing this emotion, it helps you navigate emotional intelligence. Like if somebody disrespect me, did he really disrespect me? Was it an imminent threat? What morals or principles did I compromise by him doing what he did? Like I asked myself, why was it triggering? Is it something that happened in my past? Is it a past traumatic reaction as opposed to a response? So it's just about emotional intelligence for me, keeping that self-inventory. Because a lot of times we don't understand vision. We don't understand that. We don't understand emotional detox. Most of the traumas that we go through, we harbor in our gut. I never knew this. We harbor emotions in our gut. That's our first brain. That's the CPU, central processing unit for the body. And it's certain yoga poses and yoga stretches that I do that I was in one of these poses called a pigeon pose. And I just started crying. Just was never taught as children how to detox emotionally. Never. Like I wouldn't even been able to come in here and be like vulnerable, because it takes more strength to be vulnerable than anything. On my journey with having these emotional detoxes, it allowed me to really process my emotions in the right manner. See, I'm not too hard for myself. Like, that's a coward's act. And the worst thing a man could be is a coward to his own self. I don't care about what nobody think about me or what nobody say. I live life every day. You looking at my life for your source of entertainment. My life is not your source of entertainment. Last time I checked, I'm grown. Either you love me or you don't.
I wish I could still be in the Matrix a lot of times. Because once you walk this path, you can't go back if you try it. Like, I wish I could still be turning up. I don't really have any more social associates anymore, because I start going to bed early. But at the same time, the rewards and the benefits come from it because I have a greater self-worth now. I love myself more. I can't just say, man, I love myself, but I'm learning to love myself more. I'm learning to love the stranger that was once myself. And it shows, it's reflective in my disposition.
I used to hide the fact that I talk to myself, but now I promote the fact that I talk to myself because that's how I process things. I'm in tune with me. I don't want to understand. I want to develop an understanding, a cultivation of self. So that's why I hold myself accountable. I beat myself up so the world can't. Like, I'm not happy unless I honor the commitments I made to myself. I can't empower others if I'm not empowering myself. Spirituality. the act of breathing, real spirituality, remembering, the remembrance. Because every cell in your body holds memory, every cell.
Yes.
And when you're not in tune with yourself and you allowing yourself to be distracted, such as even sleeping with the phone in the room, especially women, they don't need to have the phone in the room at all because they're governed by the moon. And it disrupts the melatonin cycles. This when they get their psychic downloads.
Yep.
This is when they get their downloads, that wisdom that they can impute to me so I could go out and execute it. So it's, you know, it works together. The sun being the strict father. That's the masculine, the mother earth, the feminine energy, the holy divine feminine and the sacred masculinity together as one. Reuniting with my authentic self. You know, I was like so many others in the world, like living in a facade, showing you what I thought was acceptable, what I thought you wanted to see. You know, the things that people don't like to look at, but I'm gonna tell the truth. I used to think that external things added value, but external things don't add value. Inside is what counts. You know, and we condition like that from poverty-stricken situations because it's like, if I want the girl, you know, I gotta have a car, I gotta have the money to get a girlfriend. You know, we think that things give us happiness, but things don't make us happy. External things don't add value to who we are. It's us being who we are authentically. That's what adds the value.
Fatherhood didn't change me. The transition was made once I made the decision. Because a lot of times when you're in the streets, you can have an institutionalized way of thinking. And that's a lot of people that been in the streets. Like you'll be like, he's so cold-hearted. It's not that we cold-hearted, but we know it's only a matter of time before we go back to jail. So I can't even love my children like I want to. I can't get close to my wife because when I go to jail, I don't want to be in there stressing about them. You the first person I'd have told this to. Like I say, I've overcame that. It took a lot of fighting with myself to overcome that, but that was me when I first had my daughter. It wasn't that I was of the responsibility of the child. I was afraid of being a letdown to them. So I couldn't love her like I wanted to because I felt like I'd go back to jail anytime and I don't want to be in jail. It's a weakness in jail. You miss your family, you crying. What's wrong with you? I walk the till where no tear should ever fall. I'm forever hard, give me whatever charge. I walk whatever yard. That's the oath. That's the oath you take when you say you in the streets. So it had me to the point where I couldn't even love my own family.
When I pray, I just tell God I'm grateful and I'm thankful. Anything I want, I command a Ferrari, I command a Porsche if that's what I wanted. I command the things that I want. But I pray, when I pray, I'm just out of gratitude. I'm thankful for this, I'm thankful for that, I'm thankful for this. But anything I want, I manifest it. It just comes to me. I attract it. I gotta be very careful though, responsibility come with that. Cause I could attract the wrong thing. So I gotta be conscious if I have a thought, I can't loop in a negative thought. I gotta learn from the lesson and move on. Attach a positive connotation to it because I could attract that to me also. So I gotta just be, you know, real cognitive with like my thoughts, cause your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits. And I gotta beat myself up so the world can't beat me up. Cause the world could be a cruel place at times. But it also could be a beautiful place because once you change your perspective, that's when miracles happen. And that's what I had to do, get out my own way and stop being a dummy.
My favorite is anything lost could be found again except for time wasted. And my favorite motivational quote was by Inky Johnson. He said, when you work hard for something, you develop a different type of attachment to it. And a person will have a cold day in hell before they try to take it from you. We live by this, we die by this. We don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. And every day I search my own soul. Every day.
Everything happens for a reason. And when you follow your heart, you always win, no matter what it is.
Lately, I'm working at combating depression, combating suicide, people that want to commit suicide, combating bullying. I'm a designer, I'm a lifestyle curator. I'm just big on that. Like emotional intelligence, being addicted to self-improvement. Like that's my thing, like learning how to surrender. I know I'm so great, but at the same time, I'm only like a little piece on the board, taking myself out of the equation and looking at how we affect each other as a whole. Because when I say I'm great, we great. In order for me to see greatness in somebody else, I got to see greatness in myself. I operate out of the spirit of love. Everything I do out of love. Even if you play, I'm gonna just love you to death. But it's all love with me.
This the first time I could say I've been proud of myself. A lot of my results came from beating myself up, being hard on myself. And I guess that was, that was a way of like dealing and working through like a traumatic past. And I just got to the point where I'm able to laugh at myself. I'm back able to stand up and do it from a standing position. You do it on your knees, but I'm able to stand up. I was doing it at first, but I had kind of ripped one of my ab muscles. My body wasn't ready. I was doing it prematurely. So now I'm to the point where I could do it like standing up. And when I was doing it at the gym, I had kind of like slipped a little bit and I laughed at myself.
Yes,
and it
sir.
felt good to be able to laugh at myself and not be embarrassed and not care about what other people think. So for the first time, I really been like happy, and I've been cautious of what I speak to myself. Like
My biggest inspiration, Muhammad Ali. I'm gonna show you how great I am. He suffered. He suffered. They made it hard for him, but he smiled. He found a way to smile through it all. Yeah, he suffered. He died doing what he loved, and I had put it in my mind like this music. I love it. I'm gonna die. I love it. I can't stop. I'm gonna die for this. I love it that much. I'm gonna die for it when a man meets his mission. Him and his mission become one. I'm gonna die for this.
The people that hurt me the most is my own people. They hurt me the most by my own people. People that look like me. Like, it's a lot of Muslims that love me, but there's also a lot of Muslims that judge me. You can't have tattoos, that's haram. This, that haram, that means forbidden. You can't do this and this. Man, you know who helped me like really get back on my feet since my last tour? It been Jews and transgenders. Like the people that the world would say is the worst people, them the people that help me. Like I'm doing business, they bring, like I got a partner here, Jew. He bringing me coffee deals and all of this. We doing all these investments. This lady, she a transgender. She say, baby, you can use my warehouse if you want to. Put all your merch in there. Just gave me the warehouse. Man, the words you say, they speak to my spirit. I love who you are. I love what you stand for. It be the people that the world say is the most worst people on earth, been the people that help me. And it's my own people that judge me and kick me when I'm down and always got something negative to say about me, always in my business, keep my name in mess. Like then they say Black Lives Matter and get mad when I don't support it. Who they matter to? We kill each other all day. Who they matter to? We talk behind each other back. We always, sometimes when you forgive people, it's not to rectify the affair or get the matter resolved. It's to resolve the matter internally. I'm forgiving you for me, not for you. I'll probably never deal with you again, but I forgive you. But it just showed me I can't be looking for myself inside of other people, and we do that a lot of times. I can't expect you to be the way I'm built, because I'm cut from a bandana. A lot of these dudes cut paper. So I can't expect you to be like me. And I understand that and I respect it. I just know how far to go with you now. Trusting people is scary. Say what you want about me. I don't even entertain it. I wasn't made for everybody to like.
I let bad experiences frame me. Like I learned from somebody, don't change who you are, change who you good to. But my thing is I just do it in a broader spectrum now, so I don't hone in on just one individual. But if I done had people around me that I done gave them the game, I like really gave them the game. And like I'm super proud of them, whatever. But sometimes some people could love you so much, they could love you so much that their pure existence will be shattered if you don't disappear. They got people like that. Like they can love you so much, emulate everything you do so much, but by you still existing, it shatters who they want to be. And it's been like that my whole life in my neighborhood. Not the cop, been in the streets my whole life. So I got a bunch of like people that y'all watch me do these things in the streets and emulated me in everything that y'all do. From accent to walk, talk, everything. I cry 3-4 times a day. I don't care. I done been through so much past traumatic experience that we suppress. As men, we have to be so tough all the time that we never release. It's been years of this. I've been through the worst of the worst. Because I always looked at having a family like winning. That's how I always looked at that, like wife, children, that's winning to me. Like having a million multiple females, that wasn't never winning to me. That's the person that always been was family and children. Like that's how I was raised, kind of old fashioned. So even in my situationships, I end up, this is my first time saying this, I'm just saying this because I'm in front of you. Even with a woman that I'm dealing with, I kind of deal with her as if like she my significant other or my partner, like because that's when I was looking for that love in all the wrong places. Before I start putting that love back into myself, it's so easy for me to pour into other people. And when I do finally pour into myself, I kind of feel wrong for doing so. One of the biggest things about me, I had learned how to just laugh at myself. Because I used to operate out of the fear of what people think about me or what they gonna say. I like, Kevin, you're funny. And I just laugh at myself now. Man, I used to be afraid to make mistakes in front of people. Try to make every answer sound politically correct. And no, man, I'm living life. People aren't perfect. People are people. People feel real emotions, have real thoughts. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to loosen up. It's okay to get just how I'm living. You don't take a chance. You ain't had a chance. You're making a plan to lose.
Right.
Took an advance to pay them back. I made an advance to move. I know how to stand and greet a man whenever he walk in the room. Because it make me feel good to give another man that respect. The world isn't as it is. It's as we see it. It's as we see it. We are reflections of one another.
The greatest war is between oneself. That's the greatest battlefield ever. Once you master yourself, you can master the universe. It takes everything out. It takes the ego out, like being bone cold, honest with yourself. It takes all the superficial shit out the equation. Like, I can't look at nobody and judge their situation or their circumstances because they only a face of the situation or the circumstance that they was in. Because most people live in survival mode anyway. No matter what we say, we live in survival mode. Even socially, I'm so busy like trying to make myself be better.
It's only two type of people on earth. It's real people and fake people. Real people do real things, fake people do fake things. That's how I determine what type of person you are. Like, I'm not condescending, I'm not none of that, but I do take accountability and I'm very harsh and very firm with myself. Because if I'm not firm with myself and I don't beat myself up, the world will. The world is a very cruel place, but it also can be a very beautiful place if you allow it to be, with the proper mindset and perspective. Once we change our perspective, that's when miracles happen. So I gotta be hard on myself. So now it's like I do things that make me feel good. Working out makes me feel good. I'm addicted to it now. Mm-hmm. Before I work out in the morning, don't talk to me, I'm a grouch. I'm gonna curse everybody out. Mm-hmm. Just let me get this workout out the way, and then after that, hey, I'm good. I can be of service now. Those are rituals. Mm-hmm. Like my morning ritual is working out. That's a ritual. That's one of my rituals in the morning. I gotta have my coffee, I gotta work out. I gotta get up in the morning, black coffee, cold shower, pray, stretch, work out. Then I can be of service. When I look in the mirror and I think back in retrospect, and I always wonder, I would hate to suffer with the regret of what if I only would have tried. You know in your soul that's supposed to be, we live by this, we die by this, we don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. I listen to that quote every morning. Yeah, I'm supposed to be there, but I am there. Right. Because everything I do is emulated. So I am there. I was chasing something that I already have. You know, and me standing on the side of certain people, if it's not authentic, you know, the authenticity always is gonna rule. The law of lenity states that whenever two opposing forces cannot come to an agreement, the lesser always rules the greater. And you know, I come as I am.
When we don't cater to our inner child, we start wanting things, bigger pacifiers, and desire is a lower frequency than even being angry. Because you always living like, I want this, I'm gonna be happy as soon as I get this, but why I can't be peaceful and joyful now? Live life. Why does it take other things? We just wanted a car. Now we gotta have a Rolls Royce. Then I can be happy after I get those things, and I feel like nothing external adds value.
But I want y'all to know this is the ceremony. We are not our past. We are only the face of the circumstances and the decisions that we make. We still got today and tomorrow to become great. It came from the celestial court above. When a student ready to learn, the teacher will appear. I can't really speak on what it is that I underwent, but when a student is truly ready to learn, I'm talking about pure of heart. When you say, man, I done had enough, I'm sick of this, the teacher will appear. And guess how the teacher gonna come? Might come like you. You gonna receive this information, these downloads. It's like putting a piece of a puzzle together. Mm-hmm. You're on a journey. That's why you can't judge nobody and shun people, because you never know who gonna hold the next key for this puzzle. But me saying, I ain't about to go do no yoga, but once I started doing yoga, it speared me into a different direction. Had I not did it, I wouldn't be nowhere close to where I'm at right now. So that was a piece of the puzzle, a small piece of the puzzle. I can achieve whatever I want to just through the act of breathing, something that we don't do because we operate out of fight or flight. So by helping the world heal, I found my mission. When I help the world heal, especially men, I in turn really help myself heal, because I talk to myself every day, all day.
Self-discipline, self-restraint equals self-respect, and self-respect equals self-confidence. So if you show me a man that say I'm disciplined, I'm gonna show you my discipline right now based on just looking at my body. I'm gonna show you can see my discipline when I walk in the room, because I am the message that I bring. A person that's not empowering themselves cannot empower me. Habits, habits, habits. And I'm big on habits. You have to sacrifice your old life for your new life. Every time you on your purpose, that's when all the distractions come. When I'm trying to call and see people, don't nobody got time for me. Like, soon as it's payday, everybody call you. They know they just that's like right. They got a magic pinger or a blinker or something that let them know that you just got some money or your energy up. That's when all the distractions come, when you doing what you're supposed to be doing. When you pleasure driven, you develop addictions.
When people start loving themselves, the world changes. Because I see me in you. You see yourself in me. We see ourselves in each other because we love ourselves. We not just loving the people in our household.
Right.
So that's what make it beautiful. I want to see what can I gain from this situation as opposed to letting my ego lead. Like I just had to learn how to kill my ego, because I don't never want my ego to go before me. Right. I want to operate out of love. Life is a contact sport. And I use that, I associate that same willpower with what I do now. My hustle, it's relentless. I'm not gonna stop. I took a lot of losses to get where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I took a lot of losses. And I watched the movie and he said, why do we fall, Bruce? So we can learn to pick ourselves back up. I respect the heart, I respect the integrity, I respect the morals and the principles of an individual. What is success? What is your measure of success? My measure of success is me being able to do whatever I want to, whenever I want to. Freedom is not you being free. Freedom is you being free in your mind and your heart and your spirit, which is really a privilege for you to be free. Being your authentic self is beautiful.
Right.
And that's the greatest freedom that I learned. And I learned that comparison was the killer of all joy, because I'm comparing my life to other people's highlight films. So the elixir of life, it does start with meditation. You ever went to sleep and woke up tired? The mind was never quieted. The mind never received true rest. And I ain't trying to sound like no philosopher, no prophet or nothing, but I'm not happy, but I am at peace right now. I'm talking about pure peace. A lot of people can't be alone with themselves. They can't.
Right.
I can be alone with myself. I don't need to talk to nobody or nothing. I can talk to myself and figure it out. A lot of people don't want to face themselves.
Right.
And that's an act of valor. That's commendable, because through isolation is where we reach elevation. That's when most of my epiphanies happen, when I'm alone. So I commend you on that. Like, that's beautiful. That's where my ideas come. Yeah. In my solitude when I'm working out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I talk to myself out loud.
Yeah.
I know it's people be like, I used to be like, man, I know I'm weird, but then I read that all geniuses talk to themselves. Like, I ask myself questions, I talk to myself.
Yeah.
When we get outside of our spiritual belief system and we adopt the ways of others, we suffer the same demise as those people that we adopt their ways, whoever they are. I think being a skeptic is a beautiful thing, because being a skeptic makes you investigate. It makes you ask why. And when you ask why, that's how you get the truth. You have to ask why. So being a skeptic is not a bad thing. You know, like I say, the knowledge is power. And great knowledge in the hands of a fool would be self-destruction. And I'm not about to give all that away. With great wisdom comes great grief. Your wisdom was worth more than gold and fine silver.
Right.
Because by wisdom, all things could be obtained.
I don't know about anyone else, but the worst thing a man could be is a coward to his own self. And I'm just big on respect. That's why I give so much respect. And I don't place myself in environments where it could be challenged.
I love you, but I love me more. I'm on my mission. I know my mission now, and I fell in love with that mission.
I'm always working on myself. And that's because I honor the commitments I make to myself. I respect myself. I have to be successful before anything else to be successful. I have to be okay before I can concern myself with any causes or anybody else, because I'm not good yet. I'm always gonna be a work in progress. And that's what keep me honest. And that's what keep me, before I point the finger at somebody and say, hey, you could be doing this better, you could be doing this better. No, what could I be doing better? Before I fix my mouth to judge anybody, what is it that I could be doing to make myself better? Even if I pull out to go to the gym, dang, I ain't make my bed, I would have said, I go back to the house and make my bed. I gotta look in the mirror and fix that first. Then look around my house and fix that first. And fix what's around me first before I could involve myself with these false causes. Because if I'm not honest with myself, it's a false cause. I'm just doing that to distract myself from myself, to feel like, hey, Kevin, you did a good job. Hey, you did good. No, you didn't. Because you didn't honor the commitments you made to yourself first. You failed yourself first. How could you help anybody else? How could you empower others when you're not empowering yourself? I ask myself that every day. I can't cheat myself, because I'm going to know I cheated. I'm going to know. And guess what? I'm going to be trying to swag it. I'm going to be trying to say, look at my eyes and look at all. I'm going to be trying to come up with things to make you not pay attention to the fact that I ain't been honoring my commitments.
The authenticity always is gonna rule. I noticed, like, with all of my old friends, since I started making like conscious and healthy decisions, I didn't have to set healthy boundaries. The boundaries set themselves. I go to bed at 7 or 8 p.m. I don't go to clubs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. That weeded out a lot of friends. There you go with that health. But you know what they be saying? Man, you look good.
Yeah.
Man, what I gotta do? If I'm in the room with me, you gotta get in tune with me. I'm a lifestyle curator.
Yeah.
I'ma give it to you, cause guess what? Nothing was ever given. We could get the any number you want to, but we got to start at one. The turtle always win the race. That's what I tell people. If my house dirty, that's just the external, but that's a reflection of the internal. See, when everything in order around me, that's a reflection of the internal. So how I do anything is how I do everything. I gotta hold myself accountable. Come on, universal law governs all events. It ain't take no time, but I gotta trick what I do now.
Stop making comparisons to other people's highlight film. Start living for me.
Yeah.
Like really appreciating the good things about myself. Love what you have. You have all that you need. And just start back just really engaging with myself and the world, and stop comparing my life to what I should have, and be thankful for what I do have. Because when we was walking, we was just happy to have a car. I just started letting the world get the glimpse of what I got. And that's just to help me. It's healing. I don't show no big houses. I don't show none of that. I show the land, the earth. Earth is our mother. She was here long before us. She'll be here long after we leave. She's holy. She's sacred. We beat the earth up every day. We are parasitic in nature. We take and never give back. It's just people. Parasites. Greedy people always get but never have. Less is truly more. It's truly more. Less is truly more. Because when you got too much, you ain't got room to receive your blessings. Your closet full of.
I see you.
Yeah.
Because I see myself in the picture. See, most people don't know who they are, so they can't see themselves in other people. I see you. Every time I look you in your eyes, I see you. Because I know who I am. I see myself. Yeah. Every time. I used to be that too.
Right. Explain.
I used to be running from myself. I used to be too hard for myself. I was caught up in ego. The false ego, the competitive nature.
Yeah, man.
I had to kill my ego. It's uncomfortable. It's very scary.
Yes.
It's very scary. And my ego is a beautiful thing because it got me to this point. Thank you for getting me to this point. But I don't need you anymore. But it's tricky because the ego really only there to keep us safe. It's only there to keep us safe. But it's tricky because it creep back in. My sensei said it takes more courage to exhibit vulnerability than it does to be a tough guy.
I've been to heaven before, or what people call heaven. The scariest thing in the world. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And the gravitational pull, when you there, it forces your face on the ground.
Every head shall bow and every tongue shall confess.
When it keep you in a depressed state, you spend more money on entertainment and shit like that. And external things to make yourself happy, but the only thing that can make you happy is fixing what's internal.
Ain't no settling going on. It's gonna be, you're gonna know what it is when it's in front of you. It's gonna be undeniable. It's gonna be without a doubt a contradiction. It's gonna be glorious. Most people never get that because we settle. We get stuck in the lesson, I'll say. Because everything that appears in our life, good or bad, is a great teacher. They gotta watch TV or play music to keep themselves distracted because it's a lot of things that we suppress. Anything that happened in my life, good or bad, has been a great teacher to me. So it's about changing the perspective. Go back to that, revisit the situation that hurt you. What did you learn from it? And attach a positive emotion to it. And I notice it sound easier than done because you got to go back and relive it. You know what I'm saying? But once you go back and you relive it, you realize that this was on the gladiator school to train me for the next level.